Okay, I want to demonstrate how to tie a stinger hook. The first thing I've done is I've got my leader, I've tied it to my rod already, and I've tied a snell knot on my back hook. Now I'm using larger hooks than I normally would use for demonstration purposes, but I have my rod stationary, I've got tension on my line, and it's holding it up. Now I've got the major hook right here, and this is going to be my stinger hook on the back. What I'm going to do here is, the trick here is to tie the stinger hook on the shaft so it will have the ability to slide up and down. I like to use a hook that has a bend in it, and that allows it to be able to slide on this line. So you want something with a little bit of a bend right here. Now I have made something just to hold the hook so that when I pull it tight, then I've got something to tie against right here. Now what I use here is I use a braid line. This is a new line that Berkley has out. It's called Invisibraid. It's supposed to disappear in water. It's white, but turns clear when you put it in water. I'm going to take this braid line, this is 30-pound Invisibraid, and I'm going to put it over the shank of the hook and just tie a regular square knot. I'm going to pull that square knot down tight on the shaft of the hook. And from this point, I'm going to go with both sides. I'm going to go under the hook and over. Each time I go over the hook, I'm crossing over and under. Over and under. Now at this point, this needs to be snug but not tight. If you make it too tight, it makes it too hard for that hook to slide up and down the line, and I'll show you the advantages of sliding that hook up and down the line later. Now once you've gone about 10 or 12 laps on your hook, you have to take the tension off your line, go underneath, slide your braid through the eye of the hook on one side, and on the other side. I like to cross the lines and get on the opposite side of which way it's pulling. Okay, I'm going to put the pressure back on the line. I'm going to cinch this up a little bit, tighten it up a little bit, and from here I'm going to go around the line just like I did around the shaft of the hook. I'm going around the line and I'm crossing over and under each time. I'll wrap this probably 12 to 15 times. Now what's going to happen is this is going to act like a pair of Chinese handcuffs on the line when pressure gets put on it. And it won't slide backwards, but it will slide forward. Once you get your wraps, I tie a double square knot, just go through the loop twice, then I go underneath and I tie another square knot, and then another square knot on top of that. Cut the tag end off. And there I have a stinger rig ready to go. Now the advantage of having this so it slides up and down the line is if you're using larger bait or smaller bait, you can adjust your hook as to where it in relation to the stinger hook. If you need a shorter hook, you just push back on it. If you need a larger hook, you pull out on it. To cinch it down, you just pull and it won't go any further than that. The other advantage is if this part of the hook gets nicked up or it gets broken off or a lot of gar will grab it and it'll nick this up, all you have to do is cut this back hook off, slide it up the leader, tie your new hook on the back, and you're ready to go. You don't have to tie a whole new rig. But that's it. That's the stinger hook. And since I've been using this rig, 50% of the fish I catch are on the back hook. So it's a really good hook for pulling with planer boards and free lines.